and welcome to the program. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, hello to you at midday, wherever you're tuning in from. Wagwan, to everybody tuning in, thank you for watching. Once again, it is Friday, August the 7th today. That's right, August the 7th, 2026. Thank you for joining me. If it's your first time, hello. If you've been here for some time, hello to you too. Wherever you are tuning in from, whether it's Canada, of course, up north, sitting on top, right there on top, writing from the top, below us, but still a very good position, a power bottom, one of the most powerful, of course, some say the most powerful. The United States of America's, all 50 beautiful states. Shout out to everybody down there. Mi familias, of course, in Mexico's, in South America, over there in Belize, over there in jumping ship, over there in Singapore, all the world. We're in Asia today, Africa, swam across the ocean. Where are we? In Europe. Hello, in Australia to you too as well, in New Zealand, Papua New Guinea. It's good to see you're wearing some shorts. That's nice, but also we take it off, take it off. Take it off, come on. To the Guineas over there, on the ice, my Eskimos, over there in the depths of the ocean, the people who dive and hold their breath for like 3 hours, because that's what I think it's in Indonesia somewhere. Those guys, if you're underwater watching, hello to you too. The astronauts and the astrophysicists, of course, hello to those guys. And without further ado, please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Let's begin. Of course, today's episode is, we're going to be all over the place. We're going to be all over the place because it's Friday and we're feeling good and we're cruising, baby. We're cruising now. Buckle up. This one is, oh man, that's strong. That's strong. That is, I put a little bit extra, man, that is good coffee, right? That's different coffee. I ran out of coffee and I bought some new coffee. So this is nice. Let's not get distracted, please. Without further ado, now this topic, of course, is going to be a little bit, I should probably give the warning. You've been warned. This one is, it may be triggering to some. I don't know. Who knows? But it might be a place where we can all find something to let's just get right into it, shall we? Let's just get a sip of this and we'll talk about it. I don't even know what we're going to find out once we dive into it. Perez Hilton. First and foremost, I'll start by saying I'm glad he's okay. I believe he's fine, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know the full deets, but apparently there was a video that popped up on the TikToks of him doing self-harm. And I tried not my very best, but I Googled it a few times because you want to see what happens, because it didn't. The headline said self-harm, the article read self-harm, and I'm just like thinking, again, hopefully it was okay. Hopefully nobody got hurt, but also what kind of self-harm? It wasn't, very clear, and I had to dive a little bit deeper, not too deep, but like deep enough, and apparently it involved a knife, him using multiple knives, maybe, I don't know. I have not seen the video. I tried, believe you me. Try to watch it. Not for it, it's part of the work, god damn it. It's part of work. All right. Try to watch it, didn't find it, didn't look further, didn't want to find it. I'm sure if I look deep enough and far enough, you'll find it. If you want to, I don't recommend it. I also don't not recommend. Do your thing. Do whatever. If it makes you happy, if it makes you, maybe it's a learning experience for you, then watch it. If it's not, then don't watch it. But the point is, I heard self-harm. I wanted to know what was up. Apparently it involved a knife and maybe potential cutting, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I don't know. I hope he's all right. I'll say that. Having said that, yeah, I'm gonna go out on the limb. I'm gonna take the extremely. Let's just ease into this one. I'm just gonna say what's on my mind. I'm gonna take the brave stance here. I'm gonna go out on the limb and say what a lot of people might not want to say, and I'll say wholeheartedly that 100% this podcast from day one, we've been against self-harm, any sort of self-harm, really, since day one. And by day one, I mean like as soon as this particular topic popped up, I'm like, hot take time. What time is it? Hot take time. That's what it is. So I'm like, since day one, been against self-harm. And very recently just reminded me that, man, self-harm, totally bad, for reals. Don't do it. But then for the sake of the growth and or something, I don't know. We're trying to figure it out together. Tackling a topic is what it is. Sometimes you gotta go in there. It's foggy, it's dark, It's dark. I'm telling you right. What's in front of you? Who knows? Every step you take gets a little bit closer. Is it a landmine? Is it a turtle shell? Is it a turd? What is it? You'll find out. Is it a diamond? Is it a beautiful? Who knows? Whom knows? Nonetheless, don't do self-harm. If you must, and I don't, again, 100%, again, a lot of people say, no, all the willy-nilly, fast and loose with the self-harm, they'll say that, I don't know who, but some people might. I'm gonna, again, take the strong stance right here, do the brave thing. God, the bravery, the right and the brave. As bad as no bueno. Don't do self-harm. But again, if you're like, there must be what if there's a sitch where you might want to do, or it's not a bad option. Well, let's figure it out. Okay, you're just off the top of our heads. Your kid gets kidnapped. A phone call's been made. You've been provided a cell phone. Ring. It's a different ringtone from your cell phone. What is that in my pocket? You'll ask. It's your brand new cell phone. The kidnapper's planted in your pocket. Answer the phone. God damn it! It's been ringing for 35 seconds now. Pick up the phone. Bring us monies and also do self-harm to release your baby. And you're like, and don't go to the cops, they might say. And you're like, well, after watching so many movies, what options do I have? Go to the cops or not go to the cops? And that's a pitchfork. That's a fork in the road. That's a spoon in the road. Those are chopsticks in the road. That's just half a chopstick. That's one chopstick in the road, which again, to go around it. So technically, it's still a fork, or it's cutlery on the road. Hold up, we gotta pick it up. It's good stuff. Might be silver. Bite it. Holy shit! It broke my tooth. Worth it. Silver's gonna go up. It's always been going up. Not as much as gold, of course, but you bit it. You broke your tooth, and that's why they say you gotta go around the fork in the road. I think don't bite on it. Moral of the story: don't bite on the fork in the road, unless it's inserted in someone's vagina, and you gotta. Well, really, what choice do you have at that point? The point is, ladies and gentlemen, please. In that case, then you might want to, because to protect the babies, and don't self-harm all the way. I say, if you got to, pick a dull knife, a super dull knife, and and hopefully they said, do self-harm, don't finish the job, but do self-harm and give us 3 mil, and don't tell the cops. Self-harm a little bit, 3 mil, get your baby back. We want it on video. You get a dull, knife and do that. Or if you are there's a train coming and you can save 100 people by doing self-harm, or you could save yourself by not doing self-harm and let the other 100 people on the train track, who I don't know how they ended up on the train track, but now you've been given a crazy choice to choose for. You have a choice, is what I'm trying to tell you. You have a choice. All right, 100 people on the train track. Choo, the train is coming. Choo, it's getting closer and closer. 100 people. You're like, well, what kind of people? All the best people. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. The best people, the babies, the best babies, future presidents, the wives, firm tits, none of that saggy shit. The husbands hung like donkeys. So I've been told, I don't know, they're decent folks, lawyers, craftsmen, the aerospace engineers, scuba divers, golf instructors, the best. There might be a few bad apples in there too. Now it's 100 people, it's most of them really good. Or don't do self-harm and let them all die, you selfish son of a bitch. So the choices, there might be some instances where you're like, oh man, I'm rock climbing. I found there's a monster in this cave and I grabbed my kid once again. There's a lot of, really. I begin to find it, there's a pattern here. If your kid is involved, then you might want to if your kid's life is on the line, then you might want to do okay, self-harm is an option. But anything else other than that, I'm not even sure if, there's not, you leave a comment if you think there are other instances where it might be, in most cases, again, I don't condone it. Now, dancing with knives, everybody loves dancing with knives. Jesus Christ, can we get more, please? I think who's done it right thus far. Shout out to Britney Spears. That's as far as you should take it. And that's pretty close to where everybody's like, what's going to happen? But it's a fine line. It's a fine line. So please, do not do it. And if you are going to, again, dull knives, go with dull knives. But that's, and yeah, the video has been uploaded on TikTok. I think it's been taken down. People saw it. Some people say it was like half an hour, or like it's streamed for half an hour. Some people say it was like 15 minutes. I guess they have a policy where they don't condone it either. I guess I guess they took the brave stance as well to not condone it, because a lot of people will condone it and be like, yeah, it's fucking self-harm, dude. Let's hang 10 and self-harm, bruh. No big deal, dude. What do you mean you don't self-harm, man? Some people might say that, and you might be like, oh no, echo chamber of self-harm. Next thing you know, fucking, crazy shit. So don't do it. We hope everybody's fine. And again, going where no man wanted to go, but we went there. Women's too, men and women's too. Of course, shout out to Perez Trump. Trumpeasy saved a baby the other day from falling off a stage. And you guys are all asking, and please quit, stop asking, Rob, how many times have you saved a baby from falling off a stage? Quit asking about me saving babies from falling off stages or really anywhere else for them. This isn't about me. This is about our Prezi saving a baby. All right. The other one, the prior, Joe Biden would probably not save the baby. He'd probably if he had he'd probably walk over the baby and trip and fall and kill himself and the baby, probably on some like bystander too, just like take out like 20-30 people trying to save a baby if he was even aware there was a baby. The point is, President Trump saved the baby. This isn't about me. Quit asking me about the many times. Fine pushy today, I see. Once again, tell us about the times you saved the babies. Off the top of my head, there was the summer of '73, big stage, big babies, not gonna get too much into the deeds, downhill slope, they were gonna fall off. Your boy stepped in and said, hey babies, fucking do a Yui. Babies skirt, saved themselves and their parents and their grandparents, and they went on to live happily ever after. They all became successful members of society, bankers, lawyers, doctors, physicists, some are renowned artists, really globally speaking. Huge imprints wherever they went, whatever field they stepped into. And people ask them, what motivated you to do all the things? And they're like, shout out to this one guy. We were on a sloped fucking stage, and we were about to fall off. We were babies, and this guy kind of like stepped in and said, hey, babies, do a Yui. And we did. We skirt by themselves too. A lot of people are like, oh, you should pick up a baby, or they want. I know they're babies, but they want to be treated just like you and me. Just talk to them. So that's what I did, man, a few times. And again, that was just one time, going way back. That's initially when I started. That's when I found out about the babies falling off stages. That was a lot of people didn't even know it was a thing, but people do drop their babies on stages. Babies roll. You know how babies are. They're round. They're weak. But that's the way it goes. Every now and again, if I do get a chance, I'll drop by hospitals. A lot of times women drop their babies when they're about to give birth. A lot of times I do that. Again, stuff that I don't even want to talk about. So please don't push me. Do not. This isn't about me. It's about the babies, really. Yeah, many a times. Baby just came out my vag. What do? Slips and falls. It's the placenta. You can't blame them, but I'm there as many times as I can. Believe you me, it's not easy. So many vaginas, so many babies. And you're like, where are the fathers? Fucking half of them are passed out. The other half are like, oh, I didn't bring my baseball glove. It's birthing day, dude. Everybody brings a baseball gloves. If you know, you know. Shout out to the dads with the baseball gloves upon delivery day. But if you want to drop your baby, don't bring the glove. All right. So that's just a little reminder. If you see a baby on a stage, I say ban babies from stages. That's what I said. That's what I said since the summer of '91. We campaigned for that, ban babies from stages. But still working on it. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, this one's for the ladies, for the females out there, for the bitches, for the hoes. Where my hoes at? Where my hoes at today? 'Cause it's Friday. Where my hoes at now? Hello. There's a company. I read about this. I know how it is out there, ladies, and the males too. I'm assuming the males are going to start using this as well. There's a whole culture of looks maxing going on. I believe it's just whatever. It's what it is people, I guess, focused way too much on their appearance. That's what it is. Now there's a company. There's another company as well, but this is the one that I remember the name of, Coves, if I'm not mistaken. Coves. This podcast is not sponsored by Coves. This podcast is going to go ahead and say wholeheartedly that say what you will, but let's just get right into it. Coves. It will scan your face. You send it pictures of your face. This is what it does. Bitches are doing this. It scans your ugly, essentially. It scans your face and tells you the procedures that you need to make yourself look better. And it comes up with a whole list of stuff that you're gonna need: rhinoplasty, other animoplasty. There's the famous rhinoplasty where you put a small rhino on your face, and everybody's like, my God, the rhino on that face. The rhino. Who's the rhinoplasticists who've done this? Giraffoplasty. That's when you get a little tiny giraffe on your neck, and then the fucking guys just start courting you, and you get suitors left, right, and center. Man, the giraffe on her fucking forehead is crazy. Where's that doctor? My sister needs a guy. The point is, bitches are out there, and the men's are probably going to start doing it too. Coves will scan your ugly and give you a whole list. Smaller nose, bigger nose in some cases. Your eyes are like, why are your eyes like horizontal? Flip them, and you need an invert. You need to go fucking vertical. Your face type says vertical eyes. Your nose upside down will work best for you, Sally. And they'll direct you maybe to some products that you can buy to flatten out your nose, or to extend your nose, or to like lift your nose, or to like flip your nose, or to invert your nose, puff up your lips, make your lips less puffy in some cases. In some cases, do half the lips puffy, half the lips thin, because you want options. Half your profile, your left side thin lip, right side giant fucking just baboon ass lips. That so you can have options. Wednesdays through Sundays, you just walk from your left side, and fucking Mondays till whenever, walk on the other side and be like, man, this bitch is fucking versatile. People will say that. More suitors, more job opportunities, the promise of success, the riches. It's all waiting for you. Simply scan your face at Coves. Scan your ugly. Now, I know what you're hearing. Like, how much does it cost? Where do I sign up? And I hear you. And I'm here to tell you, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. I'll do this for whatever the cost is. I will do this for you for half the price. You scan pictures of yourself, send it over to your boy. Whatever they're charging, I will charge you half, and I'll tell you the procedures that you might need. Titty tuck, titty. You need to, because that's a company. Company doesn't know, what it wants, because a company's not a man. And for a woman too, like reverse it. Like you're getting a company. It's an algorithm. There's no personal touch. So I'll look at you up and down for half the price. All right. And I don't even recommend this service, but you're like, no, Rob, I really want it. Wow, Rob, let me have it. All right, fine. Once again, pushy Friday. If you want to do it, I don't condone it. I stand firmly against it. You're beautiful, really, inside and out. I think that's the case. But if you're like, no, I want to spend the money. I want to chop it up. I want to slice and dice like everybody else on the Tic Tacs and the Instas and whatever else. And I gotta fucking keep up, baby. I gotta keep up. There's celebs spending roughly $200,000 on and it's competitive. This shit, because you start fucking pulling and reversing and fucking tucking and pushing and pulling. So you got to start early, and you got to know your uglies so you can fix it. Otherwise, you don't get ahead of it now. That's the thing. You got to start early too. You got to start early. So again, start early. Every 6 months, come to me and we'll fix more of it, because this is a journey. All right, lifestyle, and it's a lifestyle, you guys. All right, like everything else, it's a lifestyle. Think of it as a long-term investment in yourself, the riches, the successes, the suitors, and the bitches too. So come to me. I will tell you to, expand your forehead if you need to, shorten it, Connect your eyebrows, disconnect it in some cases, shave it completely off. And again, I give these personalized recommendations based on your exact, like whatever I see is custom made. It's fucking tailor made for you, not some app or company that gives you generic, oh, flatten it out, stretch it and twist it, and you'll see your friend got the exact same thing. Fucking, I'll tell you, your uglies right to your face, half the price. Again, see me every 6 months, and we'll make you look different. I'm not promising it, and I'm not saying better, maybe in some case, but eventually different. Different will guarantee. I'll stand on different today, dude. I'll stand on different today. I don't fucking get crazy. Lifetime guarantee. Different is what we fucking offer. So that's what it is. You're welcome. Again, either reach out to Coves if you want some generic recommendations, or come to your boy, half the price. We will get you to the right doctors. I know a guy. He's not licensed. There has been several lawsuits. People have, I'll be honest with you, people died. Some people, we did lose a bunch of, I blame their weak constitution and immune system and the fact that, they try to, just be cheap about it. It's like, this is where we traveled. We traveled for a lot of these procedures. We made them travel to other parts of the world where there's not, heavy restrictions, but, they wanted to like skimp out on, paying the full price and want a discount. So we had to cut corners in some instances. It didn't go well because one time doctor got sick and sent his cousin in, and that guy he wanted to be a doctor. That guy too wanted to be a doctor, but he was working on it. And by that I mean like he used a lot of, you could say he had a passion for substances and medicine. And by aspirations of becoming a doctor, I really mean he was a meth cook. He was he was a meth cook, all right? So again, try to do the best he can. But we don't like to discuss further. We've been advised to plead the fifth. But the point is, come to your boy, half the price, I'll tell you your uglies. Ladies and gentlemen, in the UK, Boy George wears a skirt. Not Boy George, the singer, Boy George. A boy in the UK named George, all right? That's as far as I know. Wears a skirt in school apparently, and it's just a little fun little topic for us to do a little discussion. Have your feelings about it. Have your thoughts about it. Kids in skirts, children's wearing skirts, school uniforms. I guess I think he's at a school where they wear the uniforms and they allowed him to wear the skirt because apparently it's too hot. Is it an innocent little skirt on innocent little boy today, or could it turn into something else tomorrow? Who knows? There was, of course, a lot of people would like to point out to, even if you take the facts at hand and be like, sure, yeah, it's because of this, because of the heat that the boy is now wearing skirts. All right, it's because of the heat. There's always the option, of course, the shorts, but I suppose if we're going, forget the boy in the school sitch, we're going shorts versus skirts. If it were to fight off, the heat, which would perform better, man. I mean, technically speaking, if we're being objective, I would assume the skirt would be, again, take the whole, just eliminate the boy from this story right now. We're not talking about him. We're talking about shorts versus skirt, which provides more of a cooling experience. I've never really, had that experience, but I can't really, without having much experience or really any, I'm trying to think back if I've ever worn it. Maybe let's just throw in like once or twice when you're with a female of yours and you just like, whatever, it's laundry day or something, and it just, things happen. But again, this is not on the outside, so I wouldn't even I'd have to spend so much time in a skirt to be able to run around and be like, what is it? Is it, so I'll say it from personal experience. I'll say, there's that in between layer that skirts might be in terms of just temperature wise, cool. It might be cooler. So I do see that notion of it. They have the Scottish, they wear the kilts. Do they know something? I should be we should get an expert on, you know, shorts versus skirts, and we should probably have a Scottish fella in there as well. You know, but again, is this an innocent instance of boy can't handle heat and doesn't have an option of wearing shorts, or does it slowly lead him down a path where he might have not been led, or it might be the right path for him anyway? Who knows? Who knows? But I'll leave it up to you. You leave a comment, whatever. If you feel like it's fine to wear a, you know, get a child to wear a skirt, you should probably. I'll say this personal hot take. Till 18, like wear whatever is like, you know, the standard. And then if you want, because again, you never know. You don't want to stumble into certain things too early. All I'm saying, it's a slippery slope is all I'm saying. It's a slippery slope. You start, you know, it's a skirt one day, next thing you know, it's painted fingernails, and it's all innocent and fun. And it might be innocent and fun, and nothing might change, or some things might change, and they were meant to change, but who knows? I'm just asking questions. Personally speaking, I say at least till you're 18, just, you know, it's a little, you know, wear the shorts. That's my personal opinion. Again, innocent, no big deal. Just a skirt, one kid, no big deal. Fine. Next thing you know, he's 35, fucking sucking cock, and he wasn't even meant to suck cock on, you know, at a downtown street corner. And he's fucking, for doing it for cheap too, not even like, you know, not even anything decent. Or you might turn into a successful person with any, you know, sexual orientation, straight or gay, might just be like he might just like succeed in life and kill it too in all aspects. Who knows? Really, it's a flip of a coin. Skirts, I think, just again taking the boy out from the story, probably cool. The bitches do wear more skirts than they do shorts, or do they wear the same amount? I've never really looked into the stats, to be honest with you. Do females wear more skirts compared to shorts? Questions we'll have to dive into. Watch us come here in the following weeks, where we dive deep into whether women wear shorts more or wear more skirts. Places where people have never gone before. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Of course, it's Friday. It is a loose day as per usual. I believe Abdul this one slips right off and rolls right off the top. Abdul El-Sayed falafel hut shish kebab goat Dulpan Solomon al-Habibi al-Shisha / hookah place. I believe that's his full name. Bin Muhammad. He won. Abdul El-Sayed won the primary in Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. This is, of course, once again, this could be just whatevs, no big deal, who cares? Let's just, if you want to really, you know, do some bad, I want you, you know, put a Republican candidate who, you know, listens to the, you know, concerns of the folks, so that we can, because that's, you need a good message, you need to go out there and say to the folks, I hear you folks, I'll get after it for what it is that you want me to do. People are like, yeah, things that we can afford, housing, cost of life, jobs that pay well, jobs that are not threatened, non-threatened jobs, safe, secure jobs, you know, those, or what were we even talking about? I don't even know. Or right, I was just saying, it might be an innocent instance of just like candidate versus candidate, the, you know, the ebbs and flows and the swings and the oscillation from the left to the right, and who it might be, or it might also be looking in 200 years in the future. It might be, man, these are the times where we should start to pay attention about what kind of, you know, it's small population, but nonetheless, again, I'm not sure. Does he have any connections to the Muslim Brotherhood? I don't know. I allegedly heard a father-in-law, maybe a father or a relative, I don't know, might be related or knows people in the Muslim Brotherhood. Who knows? Low-key kind of sketch if it's a thing. Not to say that, you know, it's a nuanced conversation. Some might say that hot take Fridays, nuanced conversations. It's, yeah, who knows? 200 years from now, when the population of, you know, Muslims in the West, if unchecked, keeps growing, next thing you know, population that was 1% to 2% population, then surpasses the Jewish population, then surpasses the Hindus population, and in 50 years they're the second largest population in North America. And you're like, holy shit, how'd this happen? 200 years, there are 20, 30 million of them. You're like, oh my God, where did this go from? How do we get here, man? And then you look back, you're like, man, remember that time? There was that guy named Abdul El-Sayed, and he might have had ties to the Muslim Brotherhood or something. We should probably pay more attention to them. But it's probably fine. It's all good. It's probably all good. A lot of it is, who knows? But it might be just good folks doing good things as well. Because you got him, you got Memdani with his, grocery stores. They want to get rid of, they wanted to defund the police essentially. They want to just give asylum to anyone all willy-nilly. It's just open borders. It's a gaping border. Just let anyone in. It's walk through this gaping border. They'll say everybody's welcome, no problem, all that jazz. But we'll see. Again, little it's what it is. It's just the tiny little ebbs and flows. And get up there to the plate and represent what you want to represent. If you really want to combat it and all that good stuff, and we'll see. Well, we will, hopefully it all works itself out, hopefully. Or again, 200 years, there might be a lot of calls for prayers. All of a sudden people be like, how do we get here? What is this? I want to get up at 5 in the morning. Knock it off. It's 5 in the goddamn morning. Next day, I'm just saying, it might happen, or you might find it extremely soothing. 5 times blaring throughout every neighborhood. But I'm just saying, things, who knows? Again, early stages of something that probably might be, but who knows? We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, it's, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's a need out there. A lot of people have asked and they wanted this service. I listened. Again, it was a void. It was a gaping hole. I hear people saying, we need this service, please. If somebody could just somehow gather the material, gather the resources, bring them all together and fix the issue that has been, really causing everybody a lack of sleep. There are individuals out there who've been demanding for this, but not, being heard. And I say to you, you've been heard and you've been seen. I see you out there. I hear you too. Some of you out there are like, what are you talking about, Rob? What service? What is it that people need that they've been calling for that nobody's been paying attention to? Hired cucks, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, hired cucks. Ever been in a situation where you're like, man, it's just me and my wife about to fucking go to Pound Town, but we need a third in the corner of a room to just, male or female, doesn't matter, but we need a third person to just cuck for us in the corner. No big deal, just fucking penetrate themselves via the fingers up the vag and or yerk it off, depending on our preference. Of course, that's up to you. But there's no such service, or it's hard to come by. You gotta know a friend who knows a friend who knows a friend. They're always late by the time they come. You're out of the mood, and we've all been there. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, that now it's available to you 24/7, 365, globally speaking, wherever you are. If you should feel the desire to need that third party in a corner, just yerking it and yanking it and or going up the old vagaroo, we'll be there. I'm in an elevator, you'll say, in Dubai, we'll be there. I'm hanging upside down in a cave because I want to know what it's like to live with the Brazilian bats in a Brazilian bat cave. Now I feel like I need a cuck. Can I get that? If your self-service fucking can, if you got that, if you got good reception, we'll be there. You're like, what about if I'm like snorkeling and I just need a cuck in the, in the body, we're swimming with the sharks and the dolphins and we're fingering the old octopi and we need a third. Can I, again, if you got reception down there, yes, we'll be there. You're like, I'm in a scuba gear. Dude, can they come with matching scuba gear? Because we want to all kind of like, we will match your scuba gear. You're like, I'm in a submarine also. Could they show up in a submarine? Once again, if you get out the message that you need us, we'll be there. The point is that your prayers, your wishes have been heard. And again, I just want to say, I don't want to take full responsibility for this. I just want to say to the people that whenever we do come together as a unit and let our voices be heard, whatever we want, the power really lies in the people. There's much more power in the people. So whatever you want, you can get, or at least really close to it, or at least, so you just if you wanted this, to you I say, you're welcome if you wanted this. But again, don't mention it. Don't mention it. It's okay. It's all right. I believe data centers, if I'm not mistaken, ladies and gentlemen, this one was a little bit, just kind of like, is it a big deal? Is it not a big deal? Data centers are apparently buying books, scanning them, uploading them, not telling them they're uglies, but retaining their information. And then what they're doing next is somewhat shocking and may shock some viewers. If you're going to be triggered right now, get ready to get, whatever. The point is, data centers are taking these books, they're scanning it, they're uploading their information in their data centers, and they're taking these books out back, and these are some of these books are young books, they're newer books, like little baby books, been around for a couple of years. The information gets scanned, and next thing you know, they're like, oh, come here, baby book. And they take the baby book with his little baby book legs, and he's got little baby book glasses, and he's holding the hand of the handler with his little tiny baby book hands, and he's like, oh, did you like the story in this book, guy? As they're holding, and the guy's like, yeah, I love the story. Thanks for all the info. Why don't you come out here in the back where there's a large outside area for all the, how we grabbed all the info from your pages. Yeah, it's kind of weird because you cut off like what the one of the sides, and you kind of took me apart. Why'd you cut off the sides, man? It's still like the hands are like tiny little book hands, but like it's part of it's been cut off because they cut the books to scan the pages. He's like, why'd you do that? He's like, don't worry, follow me this way. We're gonna go out back. You're gonna get together with all the other books, and you're gonna play. It's a book wonderland. It's book heaven essentially. You're gonna go have a blast. He's like, oh great, I can't wait to get out there with all the other books and plans. Like, and he gets out there. Next thing you know, they fucking tase him, put a bullet in the back of his head, man. They kill the books. That's what the data centers are doing apparently. And then they got mass graves for the books where they're digging, all right, and they're burying these books, and then they're defecating on the books, and then they're spitting on it and urinating on it. And low-key at nighttime, we've been getting reports that some of the staff have been jizzing on the grave of the dead books. That's what I've been told. Trying to get our reporters down there is not an easy task. We're doing our best though. That's what they're doing to these books. And some of them are, again, young books, so there might be like, they might have offspring or, siblings at least, or there might be other copies of these books because they're like, newer or whatever. You're like, whatever, it's fine. We lost one good book, but there's at least other copies. Sure, that might be the case. But some of these books are older books. Extremely rare books might be getting in there. Next thing, they're going through the same process as these younger books. Not that it makes it any better, but this elder book is walking in there, maybe fucking with a cane, thick glasses, thick fucking glasses. 1,000-year-old book is getting there, humpback of a book, but nonetheless, you fucking open it up and there's like, oh, so much information. Your mind gets fucking blown. Your mind gets a blowjob. That's what this book does. It fucking just sucking you off and your mind. That's what this book is doing. It's not a sexual book. So it's like information-wise, like hitting you. Like, God, my brain just jizzed. You'll say that after reading that 1,000-year-old book. And that's right, they're doing the same thing. This older book knows though. This older book's like, yeah, I should probably be in a library somewhere, or something. Or if it's a really, rare book, it should probably be preserved or so. But they're taking it all and doing the same process, and they're fucking scanning the info and fucking right there in the back of the ad, and they don't see it coming unless, again, they're older books. But the point is, you're like, is it a big deal? That's why I said it to myself. I'm like, is it a big deal? And, and it's, is it good that it's preserved digitally? Yes. Could we have saved the book somehow? Maybe yes. But also there's another part of me that says like, this is a little bit, this is tinfoil nutsack. Place your tinfoil. They say put the tinfoil over your head. That's wrong. You're actually supposed to put it over your clit and nuts. That's where it works. That's how it protects you. So put your tinfoil nutsack holder, the cup, all right, your tinfoil cup, put it, adjust it under your nuts. Give you a few seconds. 3, 2, 1, lady, lodge it on the old clitoroo, please. You must proceed. The point is, what if they scan all the information in these books, right, and they change a few parts, and we don't have actual physical copies in the books in the future because all the books have been scanned and burned and shot in the back of the head and fucking, electrocuted and waterboarded too. Oh, and all the information's changed, or some of it, or things that might, if anybody wants anything, hidden anywhere, they're like controlling information anywhere, they're like, let's scan these books and take out this paragraph from page 77 that might say something about something, and it's important that people hear this something about something, and or it might just be whatevs, dude. We're just fucking doing a digital archive, no big deal, it's all good. Information is just gonna be consolidated in one place. Yeah, everybody gets the same information. There's no, it's all in one data center. It's good. It's good. Hopefully, there'll be no challenging any narratives because all this is right there. You can look it up now. You can look it up. 300 years from now, you can look it up. It's all there. The info is right there. Just look where it is. If it was, otherwise, if it wasn't there, then it wouldn't be true. It's there. It's true. All right. Oh, it's good. That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe this. I didn't watch the whole thing, but if I'm not mistaken, RFK Jr. went they sparred. No, he went against. He was there. It wasn't supposed to be an against. It wasn't supposed to be a versus. But RFK Jr. was at CNN headquarters. I'm just saying headquarters for kind of like the oomph of the sitch. You know what I'm saying? When you say headquarters, he was just at CNN. I don't know if it was the. He was doing an interview. He was being interviewed by a CNN anchor, if I'm not mistaken, Dana Bosch versus RFK Jr. And I just want to say that when you're out there during the whole COVID, you came down and you suppressed the people, and that's not cool, man. You're supposed to be, going against the power of the government. You're supposed to be standing up for the people. That's what your job is. And the bitch replied something along the lines of, "We did that," and no, you didn't. Though, low-key, show me the stats. And bitch said, "I don't have the stats." That's what I thought. I'll fucking show me the stats if you got it. If you don't, then take a hike. Again, I didn't watch the whole thing. I didn't watch the whole thing, but that's shout out to RFK Jr. And again, nobody watches CNN or listens to CNN. The only time again I'll watch CNN is when RFK Jr. is on it. You show me the stats and I'll show you a yak. I'm out there with the yak. Quit attacking me like you actually remind me of the yak that attacked me and my wife the other day. We were out there in nature doing nature things and activities, and you're kind of like low-key attacking me. People do ask if I loosen my tie, will it help? It won't. My tie's got nothing to do with the yak. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to RFK Jr. and it's what it is. It's what it is. You're out there trying to everybody's out there just trying to hustle and grind. Fucking, I know how it is. Get a penny, earn a penny, or what is it? Save a penny, earn a penny, earn a buck. It's another day, another dime, another day, another dollar, another penny, another, a pennis here is a pennis there. You got two penises now, and you got a penis in one hand is a penis in another hand. No, wait. Rub a penis rub the penis between your fingers, and it'll feel good. It'll shine. You know what they do? It's earning a buck, essentially, ladies and gentlemen. You know how it is, and people are trying their best out there. I see this. I see these daycares for senior citizens, adult daycare facilities, propped up in in New York, and apparently they're getting it because it's not easy. It's not easy running a adult daycare facility. All right, these people, there's millions and billions of senior citizens who all need care, trying to run a business, and all of a sudden you hear knock knock, and you open the door. Who's there? All of a sudden you get reporters coming in and asking, "Hey man, we've been getting tips that your adult daycare facility might be fraud, you might be scamming, medicating, you might be having ghost patients that they don't." And it's just a hater mentality. Motherfuckers not want to see other players getting paid out there. It's a family-run business. Again, we say to these people, we say that you've come with the right. Please get out of here. We don't do interviews. And you're like, but there's alleged fraud, and in terms, it adds up. Millions and millions of dollars, almost $1 billion here and there, and it all adds up. And again, they say all these nasty things, and you're just there trying to operate your little mom and pop shop, and and sure, people might be looking around and they're like, yeah, there's a lot of these. There's like 70 in just like one little tiny neighborhood, like 70. That has 77 of these adult daycare. And again, to those people, again, haters, open up your own goddamn business out there. And sure, you might show up and there's like nobody in there. It's because you've come at the wrong time. Do you ever go to like, any business you can waltz into, especially in a populated city, like New York, you can walk in there and there's literally no customers in there. And that is because you picked the wrong time, man. You come here anytime other than the time that you just came right now, and it's packed. I'm telling you, we have so many. I know right now you're looking at this place, you're like, this adult daycare facility center is empty, filled with 0 adults who are really old and in need of care. And I tell you, man, you should have been here just like 5 minutes ago, because it was oozing with the elderly in need of care. And we were kind of actually understaffed. So if you could just scoot on out of here with your questions. And like, could I come back at another time? Can I speak with the manager? And again, I like to just say to you, please get out right now. There's no manager right now. They're actually on vacation. And like, but I've been here several times. You'll hear that I've been here. So every time that you get funny, you should ask, because I don't know what's going on in here. I just work here, all right? But the manager has been going through some rough times, and they need multiple vacations. It just so happens every time you showed up, they were on vacation. But everybody here is actually legit. What do you mean the head of that? That is not a mannequin in the corner. No, the head of the old elderly. No, get out of here, sir. Quit asking questions. That is not a mannequin. That is a real elderly in need of care, please. So there's a lot of haters out there, essentially. That's what I say to that. A lot of haters. Don't want to see motherfuckers getting paid, getting that paper, they cheddar, because they see you doing that good work, putting that work right there. Run the family businesses, trying to help the elderly. And they see your hard work, they see your whip and your Rolls Royces, and they're like, oh, this guy, adult daycare facilities guy, and they throw these dirty names, frauds and schemes and scams, and they don't understand that one neighborhood, like one little tiny, a kilometer long, just might have 77. That's just what the neighborhood needs, 77 adult daycare facilities. And people don't want to understand that. It's selfish, really selfish. So please, let a player do his thing. Let a man get paid out there. God. Now, I just want to say that this hit our podcast extremely hard. It's questions like this that move us, that really just play with our emotions, really. Sometimes I ask myself, how'd we get here? And the response is like day by day, man, day by day, little by little. But it's questions like this that really touch us here, and I know it touches you out there. Somebody asked, Rob, is it better to do solitary enemas or do, it's fucking touching me right here, dog, or do group enemas, Rob? It's moments like these, ladies and gentlemen, that I say, thank you. This community grows with you each and every day. We grow together. Is it better to do solitary enemas versus group enemas? There's pros and cons to each, really. Solitary enemas, of course, could be done in your solitude, in peace, and you could light some candles. You could put a tube up your ass. You could put any variety of liquids up your ass, flush it in and out. If the tube is long enough, of course, you could put the tube in your mouth, do a whole cycle of the enema, and really you're just drinking and recycling the liquid that's going in and out of your own ass into your mouth, which is nice. That's a hell of an experience. That's a hell of an experience. Thank you for that lovely question. And of course, there's the group enemas. You're like, could it be done? Has it been done? Multiple times people have asked that questions. Many have come back empty-handed. Until today, where we say no, there is definitely alternatives. And to answer your question, yes, you can do group enemas as well. Really, any number of people more than 3 probably consists or makes up a group. So 3 and 3 plus is a party. Let's do it. Put the tubes up your ass. Get your favorite liquids. I'm talking dairy. I'm talking coffee. I'm talking tea. I'm talking cold coffee, warm coffee. Mix the coffee and tea and the milk together. That's kind of like that's kind of like a concoction you actually find at a local bubble tea somewhere. That'll probably charge you like 7 to 12 bucks, which is like, why go spend all that money in this economy? Why you can just do like enemas and also drink that liquid concoction they just made. Orange juice, punch. You could do punch. You could do alcohol a little bit if you like to do that. Rinse it. The good thing with the group is, of course, it's difficult sometimes to see what's going on back there. So at least you have people looking behind you, having your back literally, seeing if if a lot of times when you're doing solitary enema, the tube might come out your ass, man, lady. And that's like, I guess I have to wrap things up now. If only I had a group to do an enema with. And you're like, why don't I just do it in a group? And next thing you know, boop, it slips out your bum, right? Ladies right there assisting you with that too. You could have technically like done it yourself too, but again, who knows what's going on out back there, man. You can't, you could like have multiple mirrors. You could invest in a whole room filled with mirrors, and then all of a sudden, you have to explain to people who come over what this room is for, and it's why is this room mirrored from fucking bottom to top and on every inch, and you just have to like come up with an excuse and be like, it's my mirror room, it's for my and then you'd fucking freak out and like jump out the window because you have no explanation. What about that scenario? Instead, you could do group enemas, and again, any slippage of the old tube, anybody, maybe you might encounter somebody who's like, hey, have you tried this Greek yogurt enema? And that never even occurred to you because you've been doing it maybe in solitude. And so there's fun to both, of course, but to answer your question, and again, thank you. This one really hit us right here, really. So thank you for that. To answer your question, I think to each their own. If you want to mix it up, spice it up, you could either do solitary or group enemas. It always works. All right, so there you go. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. A Wisconsin Democratic candidate, if I'm not mistaken, by the name of Francesca Hong, she said something on the lines some time ago. Apparently she said cancel Thanksgiving. Of course, this is, I think she was given a chance to say how she feels about Thanksgiving, Come out and say, Thanksgiving could be canceled, and you're running for some sort of, political, position somewhere. So if it's like a civilian, whatever, have your opinions, doesn't matter. But like if you're running for any, sort of office position, you're coming out there and saying cancel, Thanksgiving. If I'm keeping it $1.50, I've never had Thanksgiving. Like I've never had I've never experienced like the sit down, like, again, turkey din family, but it looks so good on TV and in movies and series, and any time I've seen Thanksgiving depictions of din-dins or lunches that turn into it's just a meal throughout. It's just a lot of eating and a lot of good times. So to see all that throughout all the years, and saying to yourself, one day maybe I'll be a turkey at a Thanksgiving dinner, or whatever it is that you wish, but it's just nice. It's just nice to look at that and be like, maybe one day I'll have my own family turkey dinner, and that'd be nice, or something along those, because it's nice to sit down and be like, it's good to let's be thankful. It's a good day, and a lot of times we're on the go because everybody's again hustling, trying to operate your mom and pop businesses that are getting fucking alleged fraud labels attached to them. It's difficult. So it's one day a year you sit down and you gobble the old turkey-roo with the old family, fucking feed somebody a little gravy, pour a little gravy down grandma's neck. Just fucking, oh, how does that feel, grandma? She's 97, she's tickling all over her body. She's about to fucking come right now. She's not been touched like that in years. And that gravy's just fucking, she's having a ball right there. You're drinking, and you toss the old dog a little piece of turkey, and it's like, oh, I'm such a good boy eating this turkey. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Rub its belly. Everybody's having a great time. It's good times. You getting drunk. Maybe you're sneaking off to the old garage, or if everybody's cool with you, you're just smoking blunts in the house. Maybe if everybody's cool with you, you grab a pistol for everybody and just everybody shoots into the ceiling because we're that kind of family. Right there. You have the means to repair the ceiling. Who cares? Who cares? You have a special room made specially for sitting down and fucking blasting off revolvers into the ceiling. It's the dinner/shooting room. It's the kind of means you got from working so hard. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, this bitch wants to go out there and cancel or suggest we should cancel Thanksgiving. To that I say, nay. We should get more holidays. Thanksgiving probably should be like twice. We should be more thankful, if anything. If anything, get an additional Thanksgiving. We come back and counter your cancel Thanksgiving. This podcast goes where no man or woman dares to go. 2 Thanksgivings. There, I said it. Nah, fuck it. 3 it is. The people get what the people want. 3 Thanksgivings. All right? Every few months, you fucking sit there and be thankful and have a blast. It's nice. It's a time to get together with family, bond with friends, with a community, with strangers sometimes who might become friends, who might become family, who might become strangers again, and or friends once again, and or family. Maybe you divorce twice and remarry twice. Who knows? But again, you never would have experienced it have you not invited that stranger to your Thanksgiving din, and this bitch wants to fucking cancel it. I say no to that shit. All right, 3 Thanksgivings. Because I love fucking Christmas so much. Fucking 6 Christmases. No, we just need more. We need more holidays as well. More people need more holidays. That's what it is. More holidays, more eating, more good times. That's what it is. If anybody says no to Thanksgiving or wants to cancel Thanksgiving, it's again little teeny tiny things that you might be like, no big deal right now. 300 years, you're like, God, I wish I had Thanksgiving. Who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, there's been an incident in the UK. A man has been arrested. Benjamin Lewis, if I'm not mistaken, was his name. I forget how old he is. It doesn't matter. He's been arrested. He had a vampire fetish. This fellow was a vampire enthusiast. Vampires are, of course, extremely popular in pop culture, in storytelling, in stories, and musics, and books, and history. It's a thing, fucking Count Dracula, all that good stuff. But this guy was into vampires, and and things went a little bit far. Things went a little bit, some say, what did he do? You're like, what did Benjamin Lewis do that got him arrested for being a vampire enthusiast? He drank blood. He was drinking blood. I don't know if it was his own blood or other people's blood, but apparently he drank this because he thought he'd live longer. I'm going to say it. There's probably more. Probably more than one person that does this. I'll say that. But again, he was drinking the blood, and that's not really. If anything, I'm not sure. I didn't even look at it. Is it illegal to drink your own blood or somebody else's? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Probably not. Probably can't be good for you to drink the blood. I'm not sure. Like maybe I don't know. But then you do see certain celebrities who apparently allegedly drink the blood, and they some of them don't age ever, which is like, where, what are you drinking? Adrenochrome, baby blood, your own blood, blood of other, who knows? Other celebrity bloods. Is animal blood better? Then you're like, it's good, but not as good as, human blood. Who knows? Some people might be doing. So this guy was drinking some form of blood for alleged desires of longevity. And that's still, in the realms of like, okay, what else? He's drinking blood. But then he went and cut animals' heads and limbs, and I think he posted posted in different spots in the town. I think he's placing dead animal parts in front of churches, maybe sometimes in front of people's homes. And again, the whole story caught my attention because I'm like, I could see how some people, are attracted to the story of the vampire, the blood-sucking, really old fella who lives thousands of years and at times goes back and hooks up with like teenage girls and maybe teenage boys, but it's a vampire, so it's cool. The point is how to do vampire without creeping out the neighbors. I think this is where you get really. I say you can still probably drink the blood. I'm not gonna. You're not gonna catch me drinking blood, unless again offers have been made to here. There's $1 billion, $1 cup of $1 billion, 1 cup of blood, and and that's the deal. I mean, $100 billion, one. Know your worth. Know your worth. A $10 trillion, 1 cup. I'll drink $10 trillion right now. I will drink a cup of blood, my own blood, your blood, your mother's blood. For $100 trillion, I will drink your mother's blood. 2 cups of it, because I'm feeling like even trade. $10 trillion for 2 cups of your mother's blood, and I'll do it. I don't care. But yeah, that's again. You don't want to creep out the neighbors. I say again, if you want to do vampire type shit. Do it inside your home. Drink the blood with people that are going to be cool with it, because a lot of people are not probably going to be cool with it. Low key, find individuals who are a little bit like you. The animal parts, if you must. I don't harm the animals unless make a thing out of it. Make a thing out of it. You got to compartmentalize. Go hunting. Grab the animal whilst hunting, so that's cool. Bring back, chop it up, butcher it properly, all right? Don't hurt the animal, butcher it properly. Eat the meat. If you insist on hanging parts of the animal somewhere, stick with your own house. Stick with your own house. But again, it's the whole point is not to creep out the neighbors. Do not hang it in front of the church. I repeat, do not hang it in front of the church. If you're gonna do it for a quick second and remove it quickly. Do it for a quick second, take a picture of it so that you did it. So I did this for me, it's a thing. Do it in the evening when nobody's there. Put it up on the, the stairs of the church, and then take a picture, make a music video out of it. Make a little video out of it. Be like, it's for my art. Do it for your art. Don't creep out the neighbors. Don't leave dead animal parts on the steps of the church. All right? Or include people in it. Be like, I'm doing a production. Let's all come together. It's vampire themed. It's a production. Once you say it's a production, record it, and step by step. Again, so you catch people off guard. You can't catch people off guard. That's the thing. You can't just come up and be like, dead animal on your stairs, church. Have fun with that. Creeping out old ladies on the neighborhood. It's not cool. Get them into a production. Be like, I'm actually, this is a whole thing. We're gonna make a 30-minute documentaries on, or a little indie film about vampire and dead animals. It's a horror movie. It's a horror movie. Make a horror movie, a half an hour, 45-minute, 90, 130-minute long horror movie independently, all right? And video it, record it. That way you don't creep anybody out. You don't end up getting arrested, man. Because I'm not sure if you did anything else, but those are just, if you want to hang upside down in your own home, that's your prerogative, man. Do that. If you want to get you and your bitch are into hanging upside down, naked. And you want to go to the dentist and be like, shave down my regular teeth, give me fangs, doggy, because I'm fucking committed to this bit. I'm fucking committed to this bit. I'll bite you right now. Say that to the dentist if he's into it. If he's that kind of dentist. If he's not, then don't say that. He'll probably get uncomfortable. She'll probably get. If it's a she, she'll definitely get uncomfortable. If it's like a Filipino dentist or like a Vietnamese, if it's like a, ladyboy dentist, you're visiting somewhere in Southeast Asia and you're like, I'll fucking bite you right now if you don't do the teeth for me. He might be like, I'll do the teeth, but you can bite me anyway. He might say that, or she might, it's a she-male. It's a little tranny, fucking, she'll be into it. It'll be fine. You'll have a good time. But yeah, just know your audience. If it's like, a proper, oh, this dentist has credentials, don't suggest you want to bite those guys. The point is that it could be done. It's just to find balance. Benjamin Lewis did not find his balance, unfortunately. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody out there came and said, Rob, can you help me out with something? And I said, I'm busy, but I'll do it anyway because I'm that kind of guy. What do you need? So I have a question for you. And I said, hit me right now. Hit me with your question right now. And they did. Is it okay? They asked. And don't remain anonymous because that's the type of fucking shit we run. Anonymity is key. But like key in Spanish, because I don't know what key in Spanish. Anonymity is muy importante. All right, muchacho? There it is. The point is the question was, if I'm dating a twin, I'm dating a guy or a girl, and they're a twin, they've got a twin sibling. Is it cool to fuck the twin sibling because they're identical twins? They look alike. Would it be considered cheating if I sleep with dating this chick, Rob? All right. She's got a twin sister, identical twin sister. Is it considered cheating to fuck the sister who's the twin sister of the sister that I'm dating? To answer that question, I would like to say, first and foremost, thank you for reaching out to us, because you could literally go anywhere else. You could, ask this question to anyone else, but you chose us, and that means a lot. It's not. I'll be straight up on it. It's not, because they're identical twins. This is not a written rule, but it's more of a code of honor. It's a oral tradition that if thy partner has a twin sister who's equally as hot and identical, sleeping with her, not cheating. It's pretty fucking cool. People say that. It is pretty cool. It's not considered cheating, especially if they're identical. If they're not identical twins, still not considered cheating. I just want to elaborate on that point. It doesn't have to, because a lot of people are like, identical, makes sense, because they look alike. It's not cheating if it's the same thing. But no, as long as it's twins, they don't even need to look alike. Not cheating at all. As a matter of fact, if you're like, what if they're not twins? What if I meant to say they're not even twins. Low-key, I was just saying twins, but they're not. What if I found someone that's kind of looks exactly like my chick? What if that chick looks exactly like my chick? It's not. If it's close enough, it's not cheating. For it to be considered cheating, they'd have to look extremely different. You can't that's cheat. Like there's a standard, there's a rule to everything. Yeah, if it's done in the dark, it's not cheating. If it's done early in the morning, also, and the sun is about to rise, still not cheating, because it's not even when you cheat. It was, it's not even a day. It's like, what are we even doing right now? If it's anywhere in the past 1 o'clock to 1 a.m. till, I'll give you till 6 if I'm being completely 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. not cheating. Twins, definitely not. Again, if anybody looks similar to your partner, not cheating. What is cheating? To just be clear, again, if they're just siblings, then that's cheating. If they're just like brother and sister, or like if they're like sisters, 3 years apart, that's cheating. All right, identical, complete. It's because there's no. It's the exact same. It's the exact same model, exact same person. If they were to not talk, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Most people would not be able to tell the difference, and I didn't make the rules. I did not make the rules. That's just the way it goes. All right. Yeah. Daytime, just the sister, cheating. Don't be there's fucking. Do it correctly. If you're gonna do it correctly, or don't do it at all. That's what I say. But thank you for coming out here and saying that you're concerned. But again, if in your case it happens to be somebody that's either an identical or a close doppelganger, total stranger, it's still, most people would say it's still pretty cool. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, peace out. Get out of here.